Dream Visions, Insights and World Events, the 20th of September 2021. Greeting and trust and hope you are keeping well. This is just an update. Many have asked me where I have been, and I will explain before getting into the dreams and visions and the insights I have had over the past few weeks. I mentioned on a few videos, if I have a dream vision and do not put up a video or write it out, I simply do not get the next batch or next dream visions. This, I would say, is rare or random or just strange, but it is not so. Because this is exactly what was told to me in 2016 to write, and so it seems if I do not write them out, or let the nation know, then I do not have the next batch. It was only today I decided to put this up. The last few days I had been asking the Almighty, why have I not seen anything? I have been asking for the past 2 weeks and still no answer, but then after my prayer session today, like a flash of light, I was shown it is because you have not written down and mentioned what was shown, and it was a light bulb moment. I was never given an instructional manual on how this thing works, or whatever you wish to call these dreams and visions. So it is because I did not write and release the earlier dream vision that I have not had any since. I know they were dream visions because they have been going through my head every day a few times since having the dream visions, and like usual, none of what I write or am about to say is scripted, nor prepared. All words, everything is asked for in prayer before writing, for the Almighty to reveal and speak through me, to reveal and lift the veil on many events. With that said, let me get to the visions, dreams and insights. The only thing I do not have is an exact date here, but these dream visions and visions happened about 3 weeks ago, which would be around the 10th of September 2021. First vision. This vision took place as I was falling asleep. As I rolled over in bed to sleep, the following scene played before my eyes. I am on an airstrip. Before me is a runway. It is a military base. There is no one outside the base. I see air hangars where they hang the jets and planes. I am transported inside to the jet hangar. Before me I see about 1,000 of more seats, fold-up seats and chairs. I am looking at the soldiers. These are American soldiers. I am looking at them. Look at the front of the air hangar. The chairs are laid out facing the shortest side of the room, and the rows of these chairs are long. They are in a line but curve at the ends of these rows. I see these soldiers. They are all despondent while listening to the person speaking to them. At this stage one cannot see who is speaking to them. I then turn my head to see who is talking to them. It is Donald Trump, but Trump is not on a stage. He is on the ground level behind what looks like a smallish wooden podium. He is simply standing up talking to them, on a level playing field with them. I see their spirits are down. Even Trump is unable to lift the moral and spirits of the American troops. I see the despondency in these troops. They are like men defeated on the battlefield. Not even Trump can lift his own spirits in order to lift their spirits. This vision ties into the vision I had where I saw the troops despondent when Turkey would be paving over the roads. With America out of Afghanistan, Turkey moved in very fast to fill the vacuum. This is the fulfillment of that dream vision. The Afghanistan scene will more than likely form part of the dream vision where I saw a massive attack take place in Europe. I saw it come from Turkey's side. While in the air during the dream vision, I saw it come from that vicinity. Now we know a lot of weaponry was left behind, and while typing this out, I believe it will be a lot of what was left behind that makes its way to Europe. This flashed before me while typing this out. The dream vision. I see a group sends a man to America to get support for South Africa. I see he arrives in America and is speaking to a high-ranking senator. I see he is asking America for support to support the Boers and Afrikaners whites and to get assistance for what is happening or taking place in South Africa. I see he was desperate in getting assistance, but not desperate in the sense that the situation is life or death, but more that we are in a situation that is escalating. But the senator looks at him and says, America cannot assist them right now. I see chaos in Washington. The senator says that America is having problems with 30 or more nations. Right now, America has 30 nations which no longer are following Washington's lead and/or are now actively working against America. Due to this, America is unable to offer assistance, and I will get back to the rest of this at the end of this video to explain what needs to be done. The other part of the Dream Vision. I see an ANC delegation of no more than 25 people but no fewer than 15 arrive in London. I see them standing on the outside of a building, they knock and someone answers the door. This door and the person who opens it is high-ranking, big business in the background. The ANC go to London to get finance. The ANC have now resorted to begging and they send a large delegation to London to get financial assistance. I then see them enter the room for close talks. Translation is that they will get the assistance and aid, but it will come with conditions. There is a lot I want to cover in this video, so I am not sure how many videos will need to be made. Insight. Now I have to take you back to the first dream. Some of you asked why do I keep on repeating the same information, and my dear brothers and sisters, I keep on repeating the information because we are still in the same event. The insights about the events bring light and shed light on where the dream vision is going. So for this next aspect and insight, I have to take you back to the first dream so you can see where we are in terms of world events. The seer's visions and how it will unfold and what we can expect to come to pass as these things begin to happen. May the Almighty bless you, bless this nation, raise us up and wake us up. The first dream vision, I was in London. I was walking on a long road. When I got to a roundabout, I was guided into the garden. This is when I was taken under the giant oak tree, where all the birds were singing. Then the shots were fired, the ducks flew out, the ducks of the Afrikaner nation. Then 2 doves were hit, they hit the ground, they were then shelved. I mentioned, the ducks represent Magna Carta and common law. We see them get scrapped in March. At the same time our chains began to fall off, our century of bondage. I told you, I identified the location weeks later as Trafalgar Square. I told you, the museum is Buckingham Palace. This was only revealed to me after the dream. Praise the Almighty. I even mentioned in other videos, I did not know why this guide dog led me up this road. Parts of the dream make sense and only made sense once events began to play out. I made a video about an insight I had last year. The video is online, it's called The Coming Ceremonial Funeral. Now Google did not do the best job in translating the audio, so the subtitles are not that great, but it was an insight about a coming ceremonial funeral about to take place. Now I am showing you the map on screen of where this guide dog led me during the dream vision. Right from the start, you see this straight road. I have highlighted where the dog took me and then the dog vanished in the dream. I asked in the first video, where did the dog go? It simply vanished. Maybe like this insight, it will become known at some future point in time. So you can see the road. This is the path I took. You see where the road starts and where it ends. Now I want you to sit back. I want you to think about how amazing the Almighty is. The Almighty's ways are beyond comprehension. They are too amazing to even fathom or understand. You see where the dream starts from, this location marked with an X on the map. Now let me unveil to you the most amazing insight I have had so far out of all these things, but the answer given to me in praying to the Almighty is even greater than the insight. You see, there was a newspaper leak a few weeks ago, getting Britain and the world ready for a ceremonial funeral. It is the fulfillment of the insight from last year. We are still in the same period, nothing has changed, we are still in this period. Well, the article mentions how they would broadcast this ceremony to the world. It discusses what would happen, what would be shared with the public, discusses how the public would come to see the funeral, and there at the bottom of the article, the most boring, least interesting part of the article is the most important one. It discusses where the Queen would be buried. Ladies and gentlemen, look where Her Majesty is buried. Praise the Almighty, for only the Almighty could reveal it in such a way. The Almighty revealed it from the start. Her Majesty would be buried where the dream begins. The exact road where the dream began is where she would be buried. Let that sink in. When you finish watching this video, sit back, think about it. What are the chances that she would be buried in the same place where the dream begins, and think about how the dream plays out. Then connect the chains coming undone, the century of bondage ending. The seer's words about how her face would be removed from our coins, notes, and even her own notes and coins. But the most amazing thing about this aspect of the dream, the original insight, is the following. The next morning, after I saw this while praying, I asked the Almighty, but why did the dream start here? And it is the answer that I got, which is truly beyond words. It was given as I literally finished the question, as if having a conversation with someone and they answer right after your question. Let me put it this way, imagine you, in your mind, have some complex difficult question or equation that you wish to have figured out for months. Close to 2 years you have been unable to figure it out. It is that one answer, the missing key, which you simply cannot grasp, which is the key to unlocking the problem. Now imagine you ask someone, you may be expecting this person to sit back and ponder or think about it. Waiting or expecting them to figure it out and thinking it would take them a few moments, minutes, perhaps hours or days to figure it out, but instead, while you are still asking the question, the person in front of you solves it before you have time to even finish the question. In 1 second they provide the answer to your problem you have been grappling with for more than 2 years, now approaching 3 years. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the key to everything and to our timeline. While praying, I asked the Almighty, but why did it start here? And the answer hit me so fast while in prayer. Praise the Almighty. The answer was, this is the beginning of the end. Where the dream vision began is where it all ends. It is the beginning of the end and the end of the beginning. The dream began where Her Majesty was buried, and it ended where she was buried. This is when the final laws will be shelved. The laws were shot out, the doves hitting the ground when the virus outbroke in March 2020. There was still some life in them, but then they were shelved. They were shelved when she died. Her death brings the beginning of the end. With her death, they will finally be shelved, new laws, a new religion will be introduced, and then the peace will be broken. I saw the police break the peace. So I am expecting in the next few months, perhaps even before the end of this year, this massive ceremonial funeral. Then the laws will be scrapped, world peace will be broken. The ducks, Afrikaners, Boers, the white tribe will fly out. Remember, in July 2019 the angel of the Almighty appeared to me in a dream.